What's up, y'all? This is Tasmanian. In this video, I talk about the situation that happened with, the police and George Floyd. I talk about the Minneapolis situation. When I recorded, I didn't know. I couldn't recall his name. But since then, obviously, I did my research, and I just wanted to throw this in there to say his name, because I feel that, it should be spoken, it should be heard, and it should be spread, because what happened to him is unfair and unjust. And I hope that the police officers who committed the crime that they committed are tried just as harshly as he would have been if the situation were reversed. Because, it's very common for the police it's very common for somebody who murders a police officer to get the death penalty for doing so. I'm not gonna really talk on the death penalty right now in this video, just because it's separate from what I was discussing. But George Floyd, his name is George Floyd, and a moment of silence for George Floyd. Alright, y'all, enjoy the video.
What is up, maniacs? It's your boy Tasmanian. I'm here with my first video breaking in my new equipment. Today we're going to be talking about two very interesting characters. We're going to talk about Doja Cat and 6ix9ine, my opinions on the controversy that's going on with both of them, and just where I stand on the situations. We'll start with Doja Cat. Doja Cat, she's a really good singer. She's a great artist. She's a beautiful, beautiful person, obviously. But recently she's been under fire for some comments that she's made about whether or not she views herself as black, or whether or not she wants to be black. And she's been seen in different chat rooms with older, creepy, racist white men showing off her body and doing all of these weird things. And she put out a song called Dana or something like that, or a didn't do. So what would you do if it didn't do nothing? What would a didn't do make if it didn't do nothing? Which is a slur. Didn't do is a slur for black people, of course. So she's been under fire. YouTube, the internet has been going crazy talking about, oh, she canceled her career, she did this, she did that, she's canceled. I feel like, it's bad. It's a bad look for her, but she's an artist. She has a #1 on the Billboard right now. I don't see her career being over. I feel like this is one of those things that people are just going to forget or sweep under the rug, even though, we're in a time where racial tensions are kind of high with Ahmed and everything that's going on with police. And the other day I watched a video, or last night I watched a video of a man being held on the ground with a police officer's knee on his neck for however long, like the entire video. The video was like 10 minutes long, and like 4 minutes into the video, the man, he stopped moving, he was unresponsive, and the police officer, this was the Minneapolis Police Department, he didn't lift his knee, nothing like that. The ambulance ended up coming, and they just put him on a stretcher and hauled him off, and he was unresponsive the entire time. So right now isn't really a great time for her to be making comments like that, or to be talking about things. I don't feel comfortable being black, or to just view black as not beautiful. 6ix9ine, he just got out of prison. He's immediately popping. He's back to the old shenanigans. I like 6ix9ine. I dropped a diss track on 6ix9ine, but it wasn't really serious for me. I enjoy his music. I enjoy his personality. I was waiting for him to come back and make the internet interesting again. And he didn't disappoint immediately. I was looking at who he was following on Instagram, and he was only following NYPD, which is hilarious that he has 20 million followers. He's following one person, and it's NYPD. Sorry about that, y'all. My parents started tripping. Got me some coffee here. I gotta start this day right. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, 6ix9ine, the man, the myth, the legend, came back home, immediately dropped Gooba. Gooba tore of the internet. He was out there dancing with a rat face on, looking stupid, talking about, oh, you're mad, big mad, ha, I'm bad, you're mad, ha. Like, being the antagonist that he is, he's a troll, and we the people love it. You feel me? And it's crazy how much influence he has. Cause I was on Instagram, right? And I was just scrolling, you know, he made a post talking about everyone go unfollow Rich the Kid and then comment when you're done. I'll follow the first 500, whatever people, you feel me? And I was scrolling through the comments and it was like done. Everyone went and unfollowed Rich the Kid. It was ridiculous, the amount of influence that he has over people, how much people enjoy him, despite the fact that, like, the best thing about Tekashi 6ix9ine are his beats. Like, I don't really, like, his raps, alright, you feel me? But, like, his beats are always a slap. Since he first dropped, his beats have been a slap. But the influence that he has over just the masses, to be able to control what people do on, like that, all he was doing was flexing. He's like, hey, y'all, everybody, all y'all talking shit, watch this. Abracadabra. You feel me? Magic in a moment. And I was watching his live. I watched his live after the fact. I wasn't in it. But I was watching his live. 1.5 million people. 1.5 million people midway through. He broke it to 2 million people in a live. R.I.P. Tory Lanez. You feel me? He wasn't playing no games. He said, you know what? We gonna come back and we gonna mess up everything for everybody that was talking about. And Charlamagne the God, I was watching, because I watched Charlamagne the God's the Breakfast Show episode where he was talking about 6ix9ine like a year or 2 years ago, right? Talking about, if he beats this case, I'ma suck his dick. And then 6ix9ine posted it. 6ix9ine posted that clip 3-4 days ago. Ridiculous how much he doesn't care at all. He's unbothered, he's unfazed, and I love it. I love it. The internet is interesting. People are actually engaged in not just his content. I know he's dropping a music video, but I feel like the people don't really care about that as much as they want to hear what he's going to say, what he's going to do next. Who is he going to piss off? Who is he going to talk shit about? Who is he going to troll? And I want to see them collab. I want to see Doja Cat and 6ix9ine collab right now. I want to see Doja Cat carry that same energy of I'm unbothered. Oh, 6ix9ine's a rat, and y'all think I'm a racist. Y'all think I'm this, I'm that. I'm a freak. I'm into weird shit with weird white men. Not that there's anything wrong with being into weird shit with weird white men. I know plenty of people who are. But to make the comments that she made about it really puts like a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. A lot of people aren't sure where they're going to be at moving forward. Like, I was just scrolling through some YouTube comments and I saw a lot of people talking about, I really enjoyed her music, I really liked her, but moving forward, I don't think I'll be able to be a fan. And it's sad to see that, because a lot of people, I know a lot of young black girls really probably looked up to her and saw her like, oh, look, there's this mixed black woman who looks like me and makes beautiful music that I really enjoy. I idolize her. She could be a role model for me. And they look up to her, and then they hear her say these things about, oh, I don't see myself as black. I don't want to be categorized with them. You feel me? That's going to be conditioned into these young girls. So now they're going to grow up listening to her music and enjoying her, and then thinking in the back of their mind, oh, I can't be beautiful because I'm black. And that's not something that I feel should be championed, and that's not something I feel should even be voiced. But that's because I'm not a racist. I don't see anything wrong with the color of my skin. I feel comfortable in my body, and I feel that a lot of the people I surround myself with, they also feel comfortable in their bodies, and they should. And not just black people, like if you're white, own that. If you're Mexican, own that. If you're Jewish, own that. A lot of people feel that white people are cheesy or you know, whack or and like they don't have swagger. I guess swagger is the best word for what I'm trying to say. But I feel like no matter what you look like, the swagger that you carry comes from your comfort in yourself. You know, being a secure person. And I feel that right now, insecurity is way too commonplace. Like it's normal to be insecure. It's normal to be depressed in my generation. And that's something that I really wish could change, or something that could be worked on. And having these you know, famous people, these role models come and say these things about basically breaking down the security of my people, breaking down the security of my community, and then seeing that, you know, reproduced on social media or in the news and from the police or from people speaking and all these different areas where I hear the same thing, you know, black's not beautiful, or you're not good enough, or you're uneducated, or, you know, I'm very educated, you feel me? Like I'm very comfortable with what I look like, and I'm very comfortable with what I'm capable of doing with my mind, you feel me? And don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not a punk. I wouldn't allow somebody to step to me a certain type of way and, you know, just, you know, walk away fine. Like, I'm not going to let anybody just treat me however they want, but, you know, violence isn't going to be my first resort. And to see, you know, the police turn around and they're supposed to be this figurehead for what a good person is supposed to look like, what a protector is supposed to look like, and to see them act the way, and when I say them, I'm not talking about all police. I want to dead that right now. You feel me? It's not all police officers, because I've met good police officers, and I've had my encounters with bad police officers. You know, I'm not going to get into it now. That's going to be another story, but I've had my encounters with a few police officers that I didn't really feel were doing their job the way that they could have. You know, that's not to say I've ever been in trouble. I've never been arrested or anything like that. I don't have a record, you know, my hand's clean. I've never done anything like that. But I guess what I'm saying is, it's sad to see these people who are supposed to be examples of what righteousness is supposed to look like, act in the most carnal, the most, you know, animalistic way for nothing, for no reason. Circling back to that video that I was talking about, I don't know what the name is. I don't know the name of the gentleman. I didn't research it. I watched it this morning when I woke up before coming out here getting ready to film all this. And it was very hard for me to digest, just based on the fact that, you know, he was literally pleading for his life. He was begging. He was on the floor, please, I can't breathe, please. And the police officer didn't change, didn't move. He didn't lift his knee. He didn't release any pressure. He just let this gentleman die on the curb. To see that from what's supposed to be an example for me, you know, it's really hard to digest. It's really hard to swallow that, or to be okay with that. And I feel like a lot of people in my community, a lot of people in the world as a whole, at least in America, are angry with that type of behavior. And we're seeing it's a greater disparity, this greater separation of, you know, the people and order. I was watching another video this morning in response to, I guess, what happened in Minneapolis. Just a crowd of onlookers who were just I don't want to say rioting, but there were a lot of people, you know, they were angry. It was the very hostile protest. They were throwing bricks. And not at the police officers, because the police officers who this happened to, they were fired. I don't feel like that's enough. I feel like they need to be arrested and tried because they murdered this gentleman. But I don't think that the people are responding in a way that's really conducive toward improving the state of affairs. To throw bricks and to riot and to curse and to be angry and to yell, I understand where it comes from, but it isn't the way to improve. It's not the way to move forward. If anything, we're just fueling that fire, when really we need to step back, breathe, view the situation as it is, wait to see how, you know, the law is enforced in this scenario. Are these gentlemen going to be arrested, or are they just going to be fired or put on leave, or whatever that isn't going to work or fix the issue? For me, I want to see justice. Shut up. Y'all have Yorkies. I got a Yorkie, and she is the loudest, most attitude-having, most in-your-face, nosy breed imaginable. There aren't any dogs as loud, as nosy, or as problematic as Yorkies. But she loves me, and that's my baby. Isn't that right? Yes, it is. Anyway, I feel like I've said a lot. I've said everything I need to say. Got a lot off my chest. We talked about Doja Cat, we talked about 6ix9ine, then somehow we started talking about police and race. But that's been the first ever episode of Tasmanian Talks. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Make sure you're treating each other nicely. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, and let me know what's up. Let me know what's up in the comments. Y'all have a good day.